Hey friends, Kat here. How you doing? I hope you're doing really, really well. In this video, I'm going to share with you the surprising reasons why you're not attracting more clients. So thank you for joining me. Sometimes the reason that we're not attracting more clients is more mysterious and hidden than we kind of realize. And so I want to expose some of the things that might be unconscious for you and help you to stop sabotaging your success without even realizing it. Because often the things that we know but we aren't doing, or we don't know and we're not doing, have a lot of mindset limiting beliefs around them, and we think that it's something that we need, that it's actually not the thing that we need. So I'm going to show you a triad, what I call the Online Visibility Triad, that explains this. I'm going to be talking through the 4 major fears that block your desire to show up consistently. I'm going to be going through also the 5 S's of attracting more clients consistently. So thanks for being here. It's so great to have you here. Those of you who are here live, actually, I'd love it if you just dropped a hashtag live if you're here live, or a hashtag replay if you're watching this on the replay. So the reason why it's so important that we identify why we're not attracting more clients. Maybe you've already got some clients, but you're stuck, or maybe you just haven't been able to move forward for a while. And sometimes the reason that we think it is not the reason. So if we can get really specific as to why, if we can get really clear as to what the problem actually is, that's the very first place, the very best place to start in solving it. So clarity and specificity are the best places to start. Because if we're just like, oh, nothing works, marketing's not working, Facebook doesn't work, LinkedIn doesn't work, we can make generalizations. But when we get really specific, okay, this is the specific thing, now we can start creating a plan to fix it. So specificity is the place to start. So in this video, I'm going to help you get really specific on the reason. And the multiple reasons. There's probably more than one reason for you why you might be leaving money on the table and not even realize it, or why you might be missing out on having more clients, because there's things that you can be doing right now to get you more clients that you aren't doing at the moment. There's always a next level for you. So grab a paper and pen if you haven't already, and make some notes. I've also created a worksheet for this training where I lay out some of the visual diagrams that I'm going to be sharing, and also I've created some questions for you to ask yourself. So if you want a copy of that worksheet, just pop the word worksheet into the comments right now, just write the word worksheet, and I'll get that worksheet through to you. So just type that word into the comments right now, the word worksheet, and I'll get that worksheet over to you after the training. So there are specific reasons why you're not attracting more clients, and it's different for everyone. For most people, it's something that you're avoiding. It's something you're avoiding either consciously, you know you should be doing it and you're not, and there's a reason for that, but the reason might be unconscious, or you're avoiding it unconsciously. You don't even realize that you're avoiding it. And we all have areas in our life that we're avoiding, we don't even realize. So my goal today is to explore some of the reasons, and for you to really identify your personal reasons and make a decision about your next step to overcome whatever those reasons are. So maybe you're not showing up as often as you could be, or that you want to be, or maybe you're showing up not as your best. And there's reasons for that. Maybe you're unconsciously sabotaging. Maybe you're unconsciously raising resistance in your audience's mind by the way that you're being. So if we think about avoiding, ultimately we avoid things to protect ourselves, right? And when I'm working with my clients, I'm asking a lot of questions to get to the bottom of what is it that they are avoiding. And often the reason that we're avoiding something is fear. So typically we avoid things out of fear, and the fears are often not even conscious as well. So I'm going to go through those 4 fears with you. But some of the reasons that you might not be attracting the amount of clients that you want are, maybe you are afraid that if you put yourself out there, you might actually get someone on a sales call, and then you don't know what to do, or you have some underlying fear of rejection. So maybe that's what's coming up for you. Maybe your particular fear is that you fear success, that if that person does come on the call and they do sign up, what if it actually works and I have to go all in with my business? That might be your fear. Maybe your fear is you get them on the call, they do sign up, but then you don't know how to get them a result. So if you think of business like a pipeline, at any point along the pipeline, there could be a leakage. And so you might be not even doing the marketing that you could be, putting yourself out there, because it really comes down to a visibility issue. Why are you not more visible? It could be right at that beginning point that you're not putting yourself out there because you're afraid of that initial rejection or not getting any engagement on your posts or videos, for example. You might be further along of like, oh no, I love being out there, but oh my gosh, if I get them on a sales call, that's where I freak out. Oh, I'm fine with the sales call. You might be fine with the sales call. Oh, but if they sign up, I might not get them a result. Oh, okay, I really want to build my business. I want to get them a result. But oh my goodness, if I do, what does that mean for me in terms of how do I do that on a consistent basis? Does that mean if I get enough success that I then have to go all in, I'm going to be stressed out, I'm going to be overworked. So I'm just going to sabotage a little bit because I'm actually quite exhausted and I don't want to get too many clients. So I'm just going to show up kind of half in so that I don't get too many clients because I'm actually exhausted and I need a bit of a break. So I don't know if you recognize yourself in any of these, but these are some of the things that could be happening about that for you, and you're not even, thinking about it. If you think about this, how many clients you have now or how many clients you get is directly related to how willing you are to put yourself out there consistently in every way, not just your favorite ways, but in all the different ways that you can put yourself out there. So visibility is the key. And there's a direct correlation between how many clients you have right now and how many times you've put yourself out there. There just is. The more that you've put yourself out there, the more likely you are to get clients. And imagine knowing that that's the case, and then that maybe that live video that you talked yourself out of, imagine knowing that that could have got you a dream client and that could have changed their life. So if you want consistent clients, you need to show up consistently. I want to show you this visibility triad because I think this is super powerful. I'm just going to share my screen here. So the online visibility triad, it's basically three things that could be stopping you from showing up and being visible. The first one is that you don't know what to do, and so therefore you're not doing it. So you don't know, so you're not doing it. And so there's things right now that you don't know how to do them. And so you're not doing them, or you don't even know that it is a possibility. So you haven't, I guess you haven't been presented that as an opportunity at all. So you just don't know, and so you're not doing it. There are also things that you do know, but you're not doing them. So you know maybe that you need to do more live videos. You know that maybe you need to do more posts, or you need to send more emails, or you need to go into more networking events, or you need to do more presenting. You need to show up and share to your audience more. You know it, but you're not doing it. And so what can happen with this one is that you don't actually know the reason why you're not doing it. So I want you to invite you to think, okay, what are the things that maybe you know that you could be doing, but you're not doing it? And then this whole other section of things that you just don't even know about, you haven't learned about them yet. For example, when I first started out in business, I had no idea that copywriting, the way we language our words, which is marketing language, is such an important skill to learn. I just had no idea. And so I was showing up and I was doing things, but I had no idea the power of getting the right words to the right people. And marketing is all about getting the right message to the right market. And if you get those wrong, if you don't language it correctly, people just scroll by. And so copywriting is something that maybe you haven't developed as a skill. Like for me, no one told me. I knew the importance of sales and marketing, but I didn't realize that the way we craft our language is such a key component of marketing. So the more that I learned marketing and invested in mentors and support, the more I realized that was just something I just didn't know. But once I learned how then I started doing it. So the final piece of the triad is what is knowing and doing. And this is where we want to get to. If you think of this as at the top of the mountain, is that we know that we can do it and we start doing it. So I want to talk through the reasons that we don't. And there's 4 main fears. There's 4 major visibility fears of why we don't show up and why we're not more visible. The first one is a fear of failure. You might want to write this down and just think about, what are you fearing when it comes to being more visible? When it comes to being more visible, for you, there is a next level. There is a next level for you. And if you think about that next level, what is the fear that's stopping you? Maybe it's fear of rejection, getting on the sales call, people not liking or engaging with your posts, people not coming to your workshops. Maybe it's a fear of loss of security. This can often happen because we don't want to get out of our certainty, out of our comfort zone. We're scared of what that might feel like. We're actually afraid of the feeling that's going to come. Or maybe we're fearing criticism. These are 4 major ones that show up when it comes to being more visible. So I want you to see which one, or choose which one for you is the major one. And then once you've identified the fear, a question that I invite you to ask yourself is, what must I be believing? What must I be believing to feel that fear? Because you only feel that fear because of your thoughts. Your thoughts drive that fear. And so, yes, we can have a physical reaction and we think it's just, it's just, our body's just done it. But at an unconscious level, there is a thought there. And this is the thought work. This is the mindset work to identify what we must be believing. I must be believing that if I don't get enough likes, that I'm not valuable. Or I must be believing that if I only get 5 people show up to my event, that there's something wrong with that. There is a belief that is hiding under the fear and that we need to bring to the surface. So this is a mindset reason why we might not be attracting clients. It always starts with our mindset, of course. Everything starts with our thinking. But also when we get practical strategies in place, that can really help with us taking action. Because sometimes, yes, it's a really challenging fear and it's really hard to get over. But often what happens is when we get the practical things in place, the fears start to disappear. It's like you just get into action and the beliefs have to catch up because you're moving, you're feeling the fear and doing it anyway. And so if you want consistent clients, you need to show up consistently. And I recommend you show up in writing and in speaking. I recommend that you do both. By the way, if you've just joined us and you want the worksheet for this training, where I show you the visual diagrams and ask you some questions that you can answer to help you find your unique reasons, just type the word worksheet in the comments now. Just pop the word worksheets. Great to have you all here. Hey, Alison and Butter and Mel and Jackie and Sarah and Shell and Trish and Glenn and Karina and Carolyn. So many of you on here. So great to have you here. Just pop the word worksheet if you haven't already. So there are some practical things, and I call this the stuck point solution. And the reason these are practical is that each one of these practical things has a mindset attached to it. Right. So the reason that I haven't gone right into detail with the mindset is because often there's a mindset block around each one of these things. So I've called this the stuck point solution. And let me just bring it up on the screen here. Just got a few things going on. There we go. So the stuck point solution is 5 things that you can put into place. And as I talk through them, I want you to write down if any beliefs start to come up for you. So the first one is having a strategy. If you've got a strategy, then you're way more likely to, sorry, let me just click something here. if you have a strategy, you're way more likely to show up and know what you're doing. But if, for example, you have a block around a strategy, like your block around a strategy might be, oh, if I have a strategy, then I'm too restricted, I'm too rigid, I can't be flexible, I can't be creative. So you might have some kind of block around having strategy. It might be that, oh, strategy means it's going to be harder work or more work, when actually the opposite is true. And so if you don't even have that as a conscious realization that you have some resistance to following a strategy, then you're not going to do it. And so no matter how good the strategy is, you're not going to do it if you have some mindset blocks around strategy. So you might say, well, I don't want to show up if I don't feel like it. I just want to show up when I feel inspired. Or imagine saying, oh, I just don't want to show up to work. I'm not going to show up to work because I don't feel like it. Are you treating your business the same way? Because think about what kind of message that's sending your brain when you only do things when you feel like it, or when you only do things when you're inspired, as opposed to having a great strategy. And if you don't show up consistently, what's that going to do to your business? It might feel innocent in the moment, but long term, it's so painful for your business growth. So once you've got a strategy, the second thing that you need is to have some structure. So this might be another area where you're stuck. So you might have a really great strategy for your content, for your visibility plan, for showing up on video, showing up and doing posts, emails, blogs, but you don't know how to structure them. So you don't know how to create great subject lines, or what to put in your posts, or put in your blogs, or put in your video scripts. So you don't have any type of nice flow and order that follows the way the brain is wired, so that your audience actually is engaged and connects with it. If you don't have that structure, that can be a barrier. So I've got my strategy, but I'm still not out there being as visible as it could be. It could be that you just don't have that structure in place. The third stuck point that you might have is that you might not have a system. You might not have a really great system. And a system could be like a flow, like a weekly content flow. In my community, for my paid clients, we have, I was just on a call with the Inner Circle, we have the weekly, we have the content strategy and the structure and everything, and templates and boxes that people can fill in. So it's not sitting and staring at a white blank piece of paper. So if you don't have that system in place of, this is what I do every week. So for example, every week, knowing what to do on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you don't have that system in place. You don't have software in place, scheduling software, all of the things, all of the systems that you need to be visible. The next one is the sequence. So often people might have a great plan. They might have a content plan already. They know they're a great writer, they're a great presenter, but they don't know what to do in what order. So they don't know that the brain follows a certain pathway. And I teach this in my masterclass. I'm actually teaching this tomorrow, if you're interested, tomorrow night, about brain-based content and the way our brain operates and how we can create content that goes up the brainstem, which is following the right sequence. So there's a sequence to doing things. There's a sequence that we can follow, a step-by-step sequence. And when we know that sequence, then a lot of our mindset blocks, a lot of our fears go out the window, because we can trust this trusted system, this trusted strategy, and this trusted sequence, because it's proven, it's been proven, and you're not just winging it. And then the fifth thing is support, trying to be more visible, trying to be out there more and overcome all these fears are really challenging without support, without having an expert that's helping you, a mentor that's helping you, that's been there, done that, and is guiding you. So you need the guidance and direction, but you also need a quality community around you. And so with these five things are the solution to your stuck points. Now, all of these can have mindset blocks attached to them. You might think, oh, I don't want to do it in sequence, I just want to flow with it. The problem with that is that people can just jump off if we haven't planned, if we haven't organized our knowledge in a way that is appealing and engaging and compelling to our audience. If it's just kind of for our own entertainment, then that's really not how you build a solid, profitable business. So those are 5 stack point solutions that can help get you through those 4 fears. So I really encourage you. There are stages in a business journey. There are stages in every business journey, and every aspect of business has stages. For example, tomorrow in the workshop, I'm teaching the stages of presenting. There are 7 stages that someone goes through. Now, if they don't know what stage they're at and they don't know what to do to get the next stage, they'll get stuck at that stage. And so someone could present all this, this is how you do a presentation, like general presentation advice, but if you haven't even moved through all these stages, it doesn't even matter. So if no one's ever showed you the stage you're at and how to move through that stage to the next point, it's unconscious and we can't even see it. It's not visible to us. We don't realize the reason we're not attracting clients, the reason we're self-sabotaging, we're avoiding things out of fear. And so often we need other people's eyes on our business. We need other people's guidance, because they've done the journey, they've come across all these blocks and they've created ways to move through them. So if you'd like help with this, I'm running this masterclass tomorrow, Thursday, the 16th of June. It's called Client Attraction Mastery. It's a free online masterclass, and I'm sharing how to overcome those blocks, overcome those fears, and overcome all the reasons why you're not attracting clients at the moment. So I'm sharing the exact formula for free in this masterclass tomorrow at 7 p.m. Sydney time. I'm showing you how to get clients consistently following a set formula. I'll help you move through all those reasons why you might not be attracting clients at the moment. I'm talking through the brain-based content to show you how to attract and engage and nurture people along the way. I'm showing you a 4-step system to move people through from social media, capturing them and moving them through into your client pathway to them becoming a paid client. I'm also talking you through that presenting mastery journey so you can see exactly what stage you're at and what you need to do to move to the next stage. Basically how to attract clients consistently that are aligned to you, amazing clients, not just any clients, and how you can really stand out online. So I'd love you to join us. If you haven't already registered, just DM me the word masterclass or pop the word masterclass in the comments now, and I will send you the invite for that. So I hope this has been really useful. Again, if you want the worksheet for this, just pop the word worksheet in there. If you want the details for the masterclass, pop the word masterclass in the comments or DM me the word masterclass. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this has been helpful, and until we meet again, keep shining your light and keep showing up. Take care, my friends. Big love. See you soon.